Hi everyone, it's Tish. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. And I want to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video and commented, and those who subscribed. You know, I'm really grateful for everyone that came out and to support me. The support was overwhelming. I was pleasantly surprised at a lot of the responses, at a lot of the feedback, and to just hop on camera again and just thank everyone for all of your support and your prayers and your encouragement. And I am just grateful for each and every one of you. If you know that there's someone out there that could find this channel to be of help to them, if they are experiencing this and they might be struggling in their journey, please don't hesitate to share. If you have a coworker, a sister, a friend, an aunt, please just share this channel with them, because I really want to be a voice in this community for people who might need to connect with someone, just to see that there is someone out there that's very similar to them, that looks like them, that is their age, that is their, that's just going through everything that they might be experiencing also. So please feel free to share it with them also, and encourage them to subscribe so they can continue to get my updates, because I do plan on just kind of going through the process and sharing with you what this process looks like, because everybody has a different journey, everybody has a different story, everybody has a different treatment. And sometimes just the unknown, or just knowing that someone else is going through that, or you might have someone that you're trying to support and you don't know what they're going through, or they're not really opening up, or you don't know what questions to ask. I plan to just kind of share just the entire process. So please feel free to just watch and join and just chime in, because this is different. This is a new experience. This is scary at times, but I want to be as informative as I can. I want to answer questions. I got a lot of questions, and I was actually very surprised at people asking questions. So I'm going to use a little bit of this video to answer some of those questions, and then, like I said in my first video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I've prepared for surgery and for recovery. So just to answer some questions. Okay, so how did I find out about the cancer? It was through a mammogram, and I do my own self-exams. The thing is about the way this was found, it was found through my annual exam, and I didn't feel a mass, I didn't feel a lump, because the area where the cancer is so deeply embedded in my breast that even when my doctor did her self-exam, when I went for my pap smear, just 2 weeks to me going to my mammogram, she didn't even feel anything. So that's why I was so surprised when they said that there was something there, because I do my self-exams every month, before my period, after my period. And so I would encourage everyone to do the same, but to also go to your annual visits. Last year was the first year in 19 years of me getting mammograms that I skipped a mammogram. And so I went this year, and they found the cancer in a very early stage, but they still found it. So I would encourage you to do your self-exams. I would encourage you to go get your mammograms if you are of age to get mammograms, or even if you're younger, because like I said, I've been having mammograms since I was 27. They don't recommend women to get mammograms until they're 40. So for all those years, had I not done my own self-exam at 27, I never would have even found the lump that sent me to the doctor to start the process of me having annual mammograms. I know that there's so that's how they found it. I didn't feel it in a self-exam. It came out in a mammogram. Did I take the job that I was supposed to start? Yes, I did. And I've been on the job for almost 2 months now, and it's been great. It's helped me to keep my mind off of everything that's going on and not just be, totally focused on I have cancer. I've been able to stay busy. I've been learning the organization, learning my role, trying to get acclimated with my team. I do work from home. I've been working from home for almost 3 years now. So my last two roles have allowed me to work from home, and that'll be the blessing for this during my recovery process, because I'm not going to have to worry about taking FMLA because I don't go into the office. I can recover from home. I can still sit, watch meetings, listen to meetings, contribute. Probably not within the first week or two of their surgery, but I'm not going to have to take the standard 4 to 6 weeks off that they kind of recommend for this surgery. So I did go ahead and take the job. I spoke with my new manager that week that I found out. She was very understanding, empathetic. She's been very encouraging for me to continue to just do whatever I needed to do to make sure that I'm taken care of. If I have doctor's visits, she doesn't have a problem with it. If I have to step away for a while to just kind of process, she doesn't have a problem, because the funny thing is, when I found out that last week that or the week before last, that my surgery was canceled, I was actually in a meeting that we were taking a break from, and I was in the middle of presenting. And so when we were on break, the phone call came in, and I took it because I knew it was the hospital. I thought they were calling to just kind of give me some last minute instructions. And to learn that my surgery had been canceled, and in like 7 minutes I have to get back on the screen and present to the entire HR team. And so she's been very understanding. So I'm glad that I took the role. I'm glad that I took the job. My last job, I would have had the time. That wouldn't have been a problem, but it was a little bit more, it was a lot more stressful. And I wouldn't have needed that level of stress dealing with what I'm dealing with now, because stress is major in any type of recovery or healing or just any illnesses. Stress is something you really don't need. And we all have stress every day of our lives, but it's how you manage it and how much stress it is. And so I did go ahead and still accept that role, and I'm glad that I did. Another question was, have I spoken with Nicholas about this? And yes and no, in a roundabout way, because Nicholas is very intuitive. He's very perceptive. So he is aware that something is wrong with Mom. We've had just high level conversations around kind of Mom's not feeling well, because one thing I have noticed is that I am more fatigued than I typically am. And so I don't have as much energy to do things with him that I typically do. I try to push through, but I don't have as much energy as I used to. So I haven't really had a really deep conversation with him yet. But I plan to do it, because it's going to be apparent that something is wrong with me. And I'm going to have a conversation with him when we get closer to the surgery. I'm not going to go into deep details. Just really going to try to meet him at his 9-year-old mind. Let's see, what is the other question that I got? Is there anything that I need? Just your prayers, just your support. If you know me, you know it's very difficult for me to ask for help. It's very difficult for me to be vulnerable and say, I need some help. Can you help me do this? But I'm getting better with it. But for now, I would just say, I just need your prayers. I need your support. I need your encouragement. I need just to have genuine people in my life right now. So that's really it. But those were the main questions that I wanted to address in this video, because I want to keep this video a little bit shorter than the last, because I want to go over, like I said, some of the items. So as I prepared for surgery in September, there were some things that I knew that I needed immediately to help as I go to the hospital and then when I come home, because I will be staying overnight. My new doctor informed me that I will be staying overnight. She just wants that as a safety precaution. So I will have to stay overnight. So whenever I go to a hospital or hotel, I always take me a disinfectant can, and I disinfect things. And this is critical, even now, especially now, because I just want to make sure everything is disinfected that I touch. When I enter any room, I'm always disinfecting, or either with a spray or with my Clorox wipes. I understand it's a hospital, but you still have to disinfect. And so these are going to be with me in my overnight bag. In addition to toothbrush and toothpaste. Whenever I go to a hospital, and it's not often, just know it's not often, but whenever I have a hospital stay, or even when I travel for work or vacation, I always take these 3 things, and they always stay. I never bring them back home. I never bring home my toothbrush and toothpaste that I travel with. I never bring home those types of toiletries. I just throw them away, and I just use them for that purpose. And so that's why I always get travel size, because I don't like to bring them back. I do have my mask, because it will be required. So I have my mask that I found off of Etsy, my mask, and I wear these over this, because I will have to have my mask on even as I enter the hospital, exit the hospital, and I'm in the room. Some things that actually a friend of mine bought me for my process. Actually, 2 friends of mine. When I left my last position, 2 of my team members gave me a charm, a James Avery charm, and it says "Don't quit." And it was so funny, because the irony of it, when they gave it to me, they didn't realize that there was a bigger message to this gift, because right after they gave that to me is when I found out that I had breast cancer. So I added it to a recent bracelet that I had made, where I have the "Don't Quit," and I also have a charm that says "Have Faith," and then I have a pink charm with the breast cancer awareness ribbon on it, and then a cross. So I have that, and this is my fighter bracelet, as I call it, and I'll be I've been wearing it, and I'll continue to wear it in the recovery process. So I thank them for that. My sister-in-law actually purchased for me a robe to wear, and in this robe, it's a special robe because it has pockets on the inside. These pockets here, 2 pockets on each side, to hold my drain bags, because once they remove the breast, there'll be 2 drains on each side that will be draining the fluids and such off after surgery. And so this robe is meant to hold those drains, in a comfortable position as I'm resting, and as I'm walking about the house. I don't have to worry about 4 drains kind of drooping down from me. I can wear this robe and hold those drains up, because I will have drains in for 2 weeks after the surgery. And I was so happy to see this when it came in the mail. I told her, I said, well, I saw these and I saw different drain shirts, but I wasn't going to buy them. I was just going to rig it up and put some safety pins in to hold them up, because I don't like to buy a lot of different things that are just going to be used for a short term. But I was grateful to receive this. So I got this robe for my sister-in-law and my brother Sean and Christy. My dear friend, another dear friend of mine, actually purchased for me these sports bras. She asked me, was there anything that I needed? And at first I was like, nah, I don't need anything. No, anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. And I was like, you know what, Letitia, people want to do stuff for you, so you need to let them. And I had bought myself one, and I liked it. So I told her about them. I said, hey, I see these at Walmart, and since I'm not going to be able to wear the bras that I have now, I have to have something that zips up front and still kind of compresses, but not too much. And so I like these, so she got me 2 of them, and so I'm grateful for that. So I'll have these to wear after they remove the bandages from me. Once the drains are removed and they remove the dressings, then I'll have these to be able to wear to just kind of keep that area compressed in. We'll probably talk more about that later. And then she also got me this Dr. Teal's sleep spray. I use this now. It has melatonin in it, and other essential oils. I use this now. I've been using this for probably 2 years now. 2 or 3 years now I've been using this at night. It helps me to sleep. I have a hard time staying asleep at night. I'm a very restless sleeper now, and so this has helped me to really just kind of calm my evenings and just rest. And when I use this, I find that I get a better quality of sleep some days if I'm not just, if my mind isn't racing too bad. But I spray this on my wrist. I spray it on kind of my chest area so I can inhale the fragrance. And so she bought me a bottle of this. Then I also bought a bottle of Tylenol. I have to have, I can only use Tylenol for pain. They will probably prescribe me some other type of pain medication, but I only plan on being on that for a while, and then I want to start on over-the-counter Tylenol as I continue to heal. So I bought that. Then I have these pajamas, just my own pajamas. Button front open pajamas are going to be necessary. That's really all I'm going to be able to deal with for the first probably month, just because of the wound area and how I need to keep the dressing clean and just get in and out. I'm not going to be able to lift my arms up. I'm not going to be able to lift my arm or lift my arms out. And so I'm going to need something that I can just step into, so to speak, or wrap around me without too much movement to the arms, because I'm not going to be able to lift my arms for a while. And I'm not going to be able to stretch them in different areas or lift things for a while. So open front button shirts are necessary. And so I have all of my pajamas that have open fronts on them that I'll be in to kind of help in that process. And they actually said bring a pair of comfy open front pajamas to the hospital so I can go home in them, because it'll be needed once I leave. So I have that. And when I leave the hospital, I'll of course have the dressings in front of me. So I have this pillow that I purchased, um, that will go in front of me for the seat belt, and I can use it when I'm able to finally drive. I'll still need something to kind of cushion and secure this area. So this pillow, and it has arms and a strap here that I can actually just strap it on me, so it'll just be on me and I don't have to worry about holding it up all the time. So if I'm sitting up in my bed or in my recliner or in the car, it can be strapped to me, and it has a place for my underarms to rest comfortably, and I still kind of have to have my arms kind of off my side. It's very soft. Material is very soft. I found this on Amazon, and I'll use this during the car rides home to and from the doctors, because I'll have doctor's appointments those first 3-4 weeks pretty regularly. So I'll need something while I'm in the car to help secure or to help protect my chest area from the seat belt and just movement that you have in the car. And when you're sitting up, they still kind of want your arms kind of elevated a little bit, and so this helps with that. So I got this pillow here that I found on Amazon, and I'll put some pictures of some of these things, and I'll link some of this in my description box of where I found these things. But this is very, very soft. It also has a pocket in the front, so if I need to put like my remote here or cell phone here, so I'm not reaching for stuff, it has a pocket right here in the front too that I'll just be able to sit different items in if I have a book that I want close by. So I have that. Just have some little fluffy socks to have on my feet, especially to take with me to the hospital, because hospitals tend to be very, very cold. They'll probably put those surgical socks on your feet that have a little bit of stabilizer to them, but prior to me going or coming home, or even while I'm home, I have some fluffy, comforting, very soft socks just to kind of comfort you. And so I have those. I won't be able to immerse myself in water, shower, or bath for a while. First, probably once, until the drains are removed and the dressing is removed. So that's a little difficult for your girl to wrap her mind around. So I found these. These are your adult wipes to help with the cleansing process of it all, because I still will be doing everything I can to keep clean. And so I have 2 packs of these. I found these in Walmart, actually, on the section where they have like the wipes, baby wipes and things like that. Not in the baby area, but there's an aisle that has wipes, different types of wipes, and I found these adult wipes. And I bought 2 packs of these because I typically shower twice a day. So the whole no shower thing is not going to be, that ain't going to work. So to compromise that, I have these until I'm able to move my arms more, and then give me a couple of bird baths in until I can get my bath in. But I have these. Then I think, as a part of the recovery process, you should always think about your mental recovery, because it is a shift of looking at yourself as a woman. I'm going to lose a large part of me. I've had breasts since I was in the 3rd grade, so to go from having breasts for the last 40 years to nothing, it's going to be a shift. I feel like I'm okay mentally with it, but I know that there are going to be times. So a lot of times when I am stressed, when I'm filled with anxiety, when I find my mind racing and I'm trying to get to a spot where I can pray and I can meditate and I can settle, I use aromatherapy to help me with that. And so I like candles. And so I actually have some candles here that, a candle that I bought actually yesterday in Aldi. I have always gone to Aldi. They have some really nice things, especially for the home. in there, and you'll always stumble and find something. But I've never bought their candles, and I've always seen them. But an old friend of mine from Austin, Ginger, she always posts her candle hauls, and she always gets them from Aldi. And I'm like, I wonder if they smell really good and if they have a good throw. And so I was watching one of her videos here this weekend, Jen Nicole, here on YouTube, and she posted a recent Aldi haul with some candles, and so I thought I'd pick one up because I typically get mine from Bath and Body Works. I like mahogany teak wood. That's my favorite. I like it's a new one that they actually came out with, mahogany apple. That one smells good. I like mahogany coconut. I like more fresh or real, like, rich scents. And so this one is sugar cookies, and I like sweet kind of smelly things too, so I'm gonna give this a try. But one of the things that I do at night as a part of my bedtime routine is I will spray my melatonin spray on me, and then I actually have a diffuser that I use that just kind of scents the air and allows for those aromas just to kind of settle your mind and settle your spirit. And so I have this one here that I recently purchased from a company that I buy different supplies from, called Melaleuca, and they have this air diffuser, and I love it. It throws your oils scents that you use across your room. It just kind of gives it a nice clean scent, just depending on the oil that you use. It just helps to just kind of settle me, just to have that aroma in the air. Just kind of gives a certain peace and serenity to the air. What I typically use are my oils that I get from Melaleuca. This one is Lighten, and then I'll use sometimes at night this one. It's called Peace, and it also has melatonin in it, and so it'll help with the sleep. But I just kind of get my bedtime routine started with a nice aromatic diffuser. I have those scents thrown, and that really just kind of helps me to sleep. In addition to turning off my phone like 30 minutes prior to me getting settled in, just different things like that. Okay, so once you come home from the hospital, they're going to tell you that you'll need to kind of be elevated when you rest, and you're going to have to sleep on your back. I am not a back sleeper at all. I sleep on my right side, and I stay in that space pretty much all night long. Sometimes I'll roll over to my left during the course of the night, but I mainly end up on my right side. I don't sleep on my back. I don't sleep on my stomach. And so this back sleeping is going to be a challenge for me. And so my aunt shared with me a pillow that I could try, that she found for me, and it has wedges at the front and at the back, at the front of your head and then towards your leg area, and then like a body pillow for you to just kind of lay in. And the pillow is $300. So I said no. So I took a look at the picture of the pillow and to see how it was constructed. And what I did was just found those separate pieces on Amazon that I bought. And so prior to my first surgery, I was actually practicing sleeping on my back. So I set up my bed every night for about a week and a half, and with these pillows. And so this is a pregnancy pillow. I actually had one of these when I was pregnant with Nicholas, and I found this one on Amazon. I'll link the actual picture of it so you can see better. And I It's very comfortable, it's very soft, but it's firm in the fact that it has a good hold. So I bought the pregnancy pillow, and then I got two of these wedges, right? So I bought one for my head and one for my legs. So my legs can be slightly elevated also, and my head can be elevated. And then I have the pregnancy pillow that secures my arms so I can still kind of have my arms out like they want, and I'm on my back. And I found that to be helpful in getting me prepared for sleeping on my back. Um, I've had to do some adjusting. I do have a lift bed, so even with the wedge, I still use my lift just a little bit to give me a little bit more of a lift, but not too much. But my lift bed just wasn't comfortable by itself, so that's why I went ahead and I invested in the two wedges and the pregnancy pillow. And with the two wedges and the pregnancy pillow together, that was $100. So I felt better about making that purchase than a whole sleep system for $299 or $300 after tax and shipping it was going to be. So those are the things that I have right now to help me for surgery. Oh, one more thing I forgot. And this is something that I already had that I use now. I use it sometimes, and I actually use it sometimes for Nicholas. This is a weighted blanket. A lot of parents who have children that are autistic or on the spectrum sometimes use these because sometimes sleep is difficult for children. Nicholas is not on the spectrum, has not been diagnosed with autism or anything like that, but he does have challenges. He does have sleep challenges and things of that nature. And so sometimes I'll use this blanket when I see that he's been really anxious, or if he's going to have a day that he's going to take a test and he's really anxious about it, or he's just had not so great of a week, and he hasn't really been getting sleep well. I'll use this weighted blanket on him when he sleeps at night, and he really gets a great sleep, and he wakes up the next day refreshed and he's had sleep. He hasn't woken up throughout the course of the night. He's just slept the entire night. So I'll use this on him occasionally. He doesn't like it every day, but he will ask for it maybe once a week or so. He'll ask if he can have his weighted blanket, or I'll recognize that he probably needs to sleep with the weighted blanket. But I also use it for myself too, because like I said, I don't sleep well at night all the time, and I found that this helps me to just kind of rest a little better. So I have this, and when I was practicing sleeping on my back, I used it a couple of nights because I knew that my sleep was going to be terrible. I knew that it was not going to be the quality that I needed it to be. So I used my weighted blanket, and I was able to sleep comfortably with it, even still sleeping on my back and everything. It can get a little hot, so that's why I can't sleep with it all the time or every night. But this weighted blanket will be a part of my recovery process to help me sleep, to help me stay rested throughout the course of the night. So I wanted to share these things with you, just in case there's someone else out there that is wondering, what should I get? You know, what are some of the things that I should have during this process of doing my recovery? Or if you're friends of someone or have a family member and you're wondering, how can I help them? What is it that I can do for them to help them with this? These are just some things that you can just kind of think about and help if these are items that they might need. So that's it. I do want to say that I think I have a schedule down for when I'll post my videos. So I think I'm going to post my videos on Sundays. I don't think it'll be every Sunday. It'll probably be, for now, every other Sunday. But have watched them and have come out and have subscribed and have commented, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And so I hope that more of you subscribe and share this video. Share it with a friend. Share it with a family member. Share it with a coworker. And just know that I plan to walk you through this journey because this is helpful for me. I just wanted to do something different. I felt my spirit needed something different. I didn't want to just sit virtually in a room. I just didn't want that. So I wanted to create a different space. I wanted to create my own lane. So again, if there's someone that you know, if you yourself are watching this and you're going through this, I hope that this is of great help to you and comfort to you to know that there's someone out there that is going through the same thing that you're going through. Maybe not exactly how you're going through it, but I just want to give you my perspective and share my journey. So thank you again. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends, with your families. And I'll see you next Sunday.